Hello everyone and welcome back to a new video. And on today's video we are going to be expanding not only the Nook's Cranny but also the kind of train station that I built in the first episode. First things first, gotta clean up everything. All the times I've been time traveling, it's been really adding up, so there's weeds everywhere. But yeah, over here I think I want to make a kind of like a parking lot. I always do that, but it's a really good filler, honestly. And plus, I think it's really fitting, especially, I don't know, I consider Nook's Cranny like a grocery store, and why not? It can be everyone's grocery store. But the confusing part is I was trying to figure out how I can kind of split this up into two builds, because I wanted to expand the train station a little bit to kind of help it make sense, and also I wanted a parking lot. So yeah, that did take me a minute to kind of think through and process, but I just kind of went for it to see where it would end up. So yeah, I went ahead and got started by placing down some pathing. I kind of just wanted to map it out a little bit to give me a general idea of kind of how I wanted this to lay out. But I always do this, it helps me out tremendously. I always recommend it to everyone, especially if you're trying to build something. Just kind of go for it and see what you end up with. Worst thing you had to do is clean it up. It does suck, but I don't know, it'll always be worth it in the end, because you never know, it may come out to be something really cool. And right here, I didn't want to expand it out too far, but my idea behind it is I wanted the train station to kind of make sense, just because it's so little and it just ends abruptly. I kind of wanted to add I don't know, maybe a little construction site to where it was being built or worked on or something. I don't know, or working on the railroad itself. I don't know, we'll see what I come up with. But for right now, I wanted to work in front of Nook's Cranny just to kind of see where it would end up at. And I was actually really liking this. I wanted to make sure it was lined up with Nook's Cranny, but it really won't be that much. But I just wanted to see if that I can make a crosswalk across and make it look okay. I don't know. Again, my mind's crazy. I just kind of do whatever, and hopefully it works out for the best. I really like the parking lot that I made in Palm Bay. If you guys have not seen that video, I definitely recommend it, and especially watching the series. There's a lot of cool builds in there. My favorite thing was this grocery cart rack. I thought it was a really cool idea, and I'm glad I did that. And over here too, you'll see I'm placing down this steel platform, because I want to make it look like a construction site best as I can. With the little room that I do have, so I went ahead and swapped out some pathing. I just think this looks a lot nicer, and plus it's kind of breaking up that same sidewalk path I've been using everywhere. And now over here, I wanted to fill in my parking lot. This always looks so weird to me, because I never know where to put the pathing at first. This pathing can be really confusing at sometimes. But y'all know I get confused really easy, but whatever. But yeah, finishing up this pathing all the way around. And then also too, I wanted to make sure that everything kind of flowed really nicely. Because I don't want it to just be something really random. I don't know. I want to do really good, especially on this, these builds specifically, just because I think it's going to look really cool. And City Core, I don't know, I really admire the people that do big city core builds, with all those fake looking buildings in the backdrop. I don't know, it looks super cool. I've been watching a lot of videos recently on city core, so I've been really inspired to do, I don't know, bigger builds like that, just because I think it looks cool. It's a forced perspective look. I don't know, I definitely want to try something like that in the future. And while I was building this, I noticed that these lines are it feels like they're off center. I don't know what that was about. So I definitely need to go back and readjust those. You probably won't be able to tell with the cars and stuff I put here, but it was tripping me up. So I wanted to go ahead and fix that. It needed to be one, so this line is supposed to be for the center, and then there's one that's really close to the curb. So I needed to add that for it to look like normal. I don't know. I feel like that looks a lot better. And I did add like one more line just in case it wasn't enough. And there I am putting that path over. That other pathing was not supposed to do that. But yeah, I got annoyed, so I just left it. And then I did decide to go ahead and move over kind of like this yellow tile. It just wasn't lining up like how I wanted. So yeah, I went ahead and did that. Unfortunately, it won't be centered with Nook's Cranny, but you can't really do much about that. And the idea behind the city core is that, I don't know, I feel like all the villagers can come over here, especially like the shop or go to the school. I don't know, I think it's really cool, especially like Fairy Core and like Forest Core that I have. They can all come over here to like go to school and whatever. I wanted to do that. I don't know, I thought of it, and I don't know, I think it's a really cool idea and it's really fitting. And I did add one more line just to make it actually look like a parking lot. I really wish they had like those like parking block things that like they put like on the end of like where you park your car like at a grocery store. I think that would be a really cool like little thing to have. But yeah, instead I just added some grates. Why not? I think it looks cool and it adds. And now over here, I wanted to go ahead and start taking down everything. Well, not really everything, but like all the fencing and stuff. Like I said, I wanted to add to this. I think it would look better overall, and plus help it make a little bit of sense. I don't know, but I'm gonna expand out the railroad track itself, and then I'm gonna make like a little construction site around it, so it looks like it's not in use yet, but it's being like worked on. I don't know, I just think it was cool, and plus I'd never get to use any of this like construction stuff, so I thought it'd be a cute idea. I went ahead and started placing down some rope to kind of like cage it off to make it look like a construction zone, so like you're not allowed to go in. And now it's time to add all of the cool construction stuff that I was talking about, like an excavator. This is super cool. I just don't know, I've never used it. I really wanted to. And then I have all kinds of other stuff like cones. I have a concrete mixer, a bulldozer. I didn't even know that was an item, but it was super cool and I'm glad I came across it. So I wanted to make sure I can add that. But yeah, I don't really see too many construction sites. I thought that was kind of a little cool idea to throw in there. But yeah, you guys let me know if you think this is cool. I think it is. And plus it adds a lot of different colors that I feel like this part is really needing. So I wanted to make sure I added that. And there's a little concrete mixer that's so cute. And a jackhammer. Just like little stuff here and there to fill in this area as much as I can, so I don't have to come back here later and pick everything up. And the scaffolding, I don't know why not, and a ladder to get on top of the scaffolding. And over here, I just want to add like a utility pole to give it some height. I don't know, I think that looks really cool. I'm really happy with that. And I don't know, I think it fills in the area really nice. And I feel like this can help you all with like any like little spot that you need help with, especially if you're doing city core. I feel like this would be really helpful. I don't know, I think it's really cute and a nice little touch. And now that we're finally finished with this little part over here, I needed to finish up over here. So starting off by adding some cars. I don't know, I wish that I used different colors, but who cares? I think the white looks the best. All the other ones are a little too bright. I added a tree there just to give it some more height. And over here, I just wanted to add some more iron fencing to help kind of cage it off from Fairy Core, so you really can't see it too much. I don't know. I had to improvise a little bit, but I think it looked okay. And I wasn't too sure on this fencing yet, just because I wanted to give it some height, but I didn't know what item to really use at this point. So for the time being, I just made everything this green iron fence, and I put down some like scattered papers just to make it look a little bit messy. And the Zen fencing, I feel like this color is never used, and I think it looks amazing. My favorite season in Animal Crossing is fall. I don't know, I think this looks really fall-like. I don't know, I think it looks really cool. And it honestly probably is my favorite fencing. I just think it looks really pretty, and I don't know, I think it fits the theme really well. And it was at this point in time I started to be really confused on what I wanted to do, especially with the fencing. So I picked it up and was trying to rethink what I wanted to do. I don't know what I was doing right here, so I just added more green fencing right here. I don't know, I feel like it looked a little bit cleaner. And now over here, I didn't know if I wanted to add fencing right here, so I went ahead and just moved the car out of the way and started placing down more fencing. I think this looked okay for right now, but you'll see later on I do end up changing it yet again. I go through this process a lot of trial and error, but I don't know, something was weird to me and I didn't know what it was, so I looked around to see what I was missing because it looked really weird. So I just started decorating in front of the construction site, adding a cone and a fire hydrant. My brain, I don't know. And now that I had some ideas, first I was missing some height, so I went ahead and added a utility pole. And over here in some parking lots there are like I don't know, like vending machines and snack machines, so I went ahead and put those there just to kind of cover up some more of the area. And like beside the Zen fencing, I wanted to add another little lamp just to give it some light at nighttime. And I was liking how everything was starting to look, but I wasn't happy with the back of the fence yet. And over here, I just added another vending machine to help kind of like cage it off, but I wasn't happy with how that looked. And I don't know, the toy castle machine doesn't really go all the way against the fence, so I was confused on that part too. Eventually, I finally got my life together, and I just added a tree there for some height. And the same thing over here. I was missing height the whole time, and don't know why I didn't fix that right away. So I just added another tree, and I picked up this fence over here just to add another fence. But this time around, a taller fence, and this item is really good. It helps, and I feel like it helps cage it off really well. I don't know, I think it looks really good. I'm glad I did this. And yeah, it kind of helps you guys from seeing like the beach. I don't know, I like to hide the beach, especially where I'm not decorating it. Overall, really happy, and I was finally content with that. And over here, I just added a little bike, just to kind of like, I don't know, fill up the area a little bit more. I wanted to make sure I didn't use only cars just because it would look a little bit boring. But finally, I was happy with how this turned out. And now over here, just add another like scattered papers to make it look a little bit more messy. But yeah, now that we're done, let's go ahead and do our final walkthrough. And that wraps up today's video. I really hope you guys did enjoy it. Today's video was kind of like a 2-in-1 build. I'm really happy with the outcome. I think it makes this like part over here way better and adds a lot more to it. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, let me know in the comments below. And if you have any type of recommendations or ideas, please let me know for future videos. But yeah, I hope you all have a good rest of your day. Until next time.